Am I the asshole here for telling my mum that I'm used to it after my parents ruined the surprise of my engagement and the wedding dress? I, 27 female, am getting married in September of 2025. I'm in a long-distance relationship. My partner lives in England and I'm in the US. We're lucky enough that I work remote and visit about 3 times a year for 6 weeks at a time. And he visits me in the US about 4 times a year for once a week. When he was planning to propose, he'd asked my parents' blessing in March 2024. My parents had assumed that I would know when he was proposing, and my dad told me in a conversation that following week he was proposing in December 2024. As you could imagine, I was upset. My mother invalidated my feelings and said I was making it a big deal and being stupid for not assuming that it was going to be during Christmas because that's when both of our families were together. My argument is that while I could have had a hunch, I didn't want to be told when it was and basically could have gone practically a whole year wondering excitedly when it would be. For all I know, he could have proposed before that and Christmas we would have had an engagement party. Anyway, basically my dad apologized, but my mum has stood firm on saying I'm dramatic for being upset. Since then, more things have gone wrong and has started to leave me just so sad about the wedding planning. None of this has been a good experience, and I've started to feel like it's a chore. Flash forward to today, my partner is visiting just for 1 week, and we're all sitting on the couch in the living room. My mum randomly turns to me and goes, "Have you picked up your veil from the bride store yet?" Right in front of him, and then my partner smiles and goes, "Oh, you're wearing a veil?" And I just got super frustrated. There are only 2 surprises in a wedding, the engagement and the dress, and both of them have been handled so carelessly. So I turned to my mum and said, "Can you please not mention anything about the dress? Not the shoes, nothing. I don't want him knowing anything." She rolls her eyes, walks around, and about 10 minutes later gives a half-hearted apology, just saying, "Sorry, OP." And I replied, "It's fine. I'm used to it at this point." And now she's gone back and locked herself in the room. So I guess, am I the asshole for being upset? Edit. I know a lot of people are asking if this is like her, and it isn't. She's already had one of her 4 daughters get married. I'm the second. She never ruined the engagement or the dress, and she seemed to care a whole lot more about her than she has me during this time. Second edit. Nowadays, a lot of brides opt to wear veils, tiaras, sometimes hats, or embellishments, or nothing at all. I forgot to mention that my fiancé had told me he didn't want to know if I was wearing a veil or anything and wanted it all to be a surprise. Since he's very mild-tempered and sweet, he was surprised, but was trying to be nice in his reaction because he knew I'd be upset. In the comments, Substantial Air says, "Not the asshole. Put your parents on an information diet. Also, know in the future, they are always gonna do this. Maybe be prepared for some oddball wedding toast from them. I'm used to it at this point." Brilliant, well-deserved answer, and now she's sulking in her room. Leave her there. Yup, let her stay in there as long as she wants to. Don't give her the attention that she's looking for. Your mother sounds toxic. Stop telling her things. The last time my mum pulled, "I must be a horrible mother," I replied in front of my siblings, "Yes, try to do better in the future." She hasn't pulled it out in over 5 years. My mum is not a terrible person, but she was raised Catholic, and the guilt tripping is second nature. I just think that OP's mum is intentionally being an asshole in this story. She's intentionally being a horrible person. If she didn't do it with the first daughter to get married, then she knows damn well she's not supposed to be doing it now, but she just wants attention. She is such an attention-seeking loser. Look at her go crying off to her room like that. How pathetic. "Oh no, I got called out for my bad actions. Oh, you're used to it? I must be a horrible mother." Yes, OP, tell it to her face. She is a horrible mother, and she deserves to feel horrible for doing it, so that she can stop doing it. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to start shaming people that deserve to feel shame. Not the asshole, OP. What is wrong with her? And now, on to the update. So, for context, a lot of things have gone wrong since we've been in talks of getting engaged. Obviously, my dad had told me about the engagement, But then other things went wrong, like my partner's sister causing drama the day before our engagement, the day of our engagement going horribly wrong to the point my partner told me that he would propose again, finding out last month that my partner's dad got remarried a year ago in secret. Oh my god. We didn't even know that he was dating anyone, and him asking for a +1 for the wife that no one had even heard of, while also telling my partner that he's ridiculous for being upset because it isn't a big deal, and my best friend bailing on my bachelorette for someone else's. So it's safe to say that since December, it's been stressful, and those are only the bigger issues I mentioned. OP, at this point, just elope, just get out of there. This entire situation is shambles. I know everyone was saying that my mum should be on an info diet. She already was by her own choice. She hasn't asked or been a part of anything by her own design, and it's felt like she couldn't care less about the wedding. The only time that she has cared was when she found out that we were only inviting 40 people, and people that she wanted there were not invited. Like her friends, who I barely see or know, and her brother and cousin, who I both haven't seen since I was like 11. That's when she insisted on paying for them so they could come, and that's the only time that she asked about anything having to do with the wedding, or to be honest, anything involving me. She hasn't checked in to see if me and my partner are okay, given all of the other stuff that has happened either. So I ended up speaking with my mum a little while after what happened, and I told her that while I know I shouldn't have said I'm used to it, that ultimately I'm upset because it seems nothing has gone right. She seemed apologetic at first and said she didn't know why she said that and knew that she shouldn't have. I nodded and said just please don't say anything else regarding what you know about the dress. She was there when I got the dress and veil with my sisters, and I then told her that I'm just tired of things going wrong and that my partner and I have felt super unsupported and alone. She responded back, starting her sentence with, OP, only a handful of things have happened. I feel like you're looking for things to be upset about at this point. And to be honest, when she said that, I kinda lost it. I basically said that I didn't go looking for any of this, and all of these things that have happened to my fiancé and I were out of our control. Like, you're the one who brought up the veil, not me. I didn't go looking for any of these issues. I told her that if there was one problem, then fine, I'd have handled it and moved on, but that the repeated offenses coming from every angle have hurt me and my partner. I've been trying to get over what's occurred, but something else happens to make the wedding planning even harder on us. I told her that my fiancé and I have both felt super alone during a time that is supposed to be joyful, and that her carelessness and thoughtlessness has been super hurtful, especially when she's continually invalidated my feelings. She shrugged and said that she's done nothing, and she's not going to talk to me or ask me about other problems going on because I've been upset and she doesn't want to deal with it. After a lot of your comments, I realized that I definitely was attempting to include someone who was shown not only that they should not be, but that they don't want to be. My partner leaves back to the UK today, but at this point, I'm considering eloping with him, if I can, when I'm visiting him in England in May. We've already paid half of what we owe to our venue and photographer, so cancelling isn't really an option, but maybe we'll just have the reception instead of the ceremony. Thank you to the commenters who pointed out that if we ever have children, to keep the important moments to ourselves of gender or birth date or names. I think you're right, and my mum has pretty much ensured that she will be on a permanent information diet for as long as she is in my life, because if not, she'll more than likely spoil it and then invalidate my feelings. I think ultimately it wasn't about the veil for me. I know my partner will still be surprised, and I'm just sad because he told me he didn't want an idea of anything and wanted to be completely clueless about what I would be wearing. But ultimately, this was about the continued thoughtlessness and invalidation that's pretty much been the theme for the last 4 months. If my mum had said that she was sorry and left it, it would have been fine, but acting like I went looking to be upset when she randomly ruins yet another detail is just wild to me. Edit. I also forgot to say, yes, I am moving to England. We are hoping to make that jump at the beginning of 2026. Second edit. I know a lot of people are saying completely cancel the venue, but we already have friends and family from my fiancé's side who have bought their flight tickets to come, At least 10 have already confirmed. I don't think I have the heart in me to cost people that kind of money when they've already invested into this. Third edit, I'm not sure if my mum cares that I'm moving. I'm in England for 6 to 8 weeks at a time every few months, so she's already used to me leaving for a significant amount of time. She doesn't seem sad I'm leaving, and if anything, has said she understands why I'm moving. If she is sad, or that's the real reason behind all of this, I'd actually be super surprised. I won't rule it out, but my mum isn't the type to care that much about that sort of thing. In the comments, marry quietly. Just you, him, and a couple of people who truly love you. Then do the reception with the assholes. Nah, don't do the reception nor any anniversary parties. The assholes will screw that up along with any childbirths and major milestones or achievements into making it all about themselves too. Classy Catman says, my mother-in-law actually invited a bunch of people to our wedding and then informed us. My wife's response was, okay, it's on you to uninvite them because they aren't welcome and won't be allowed into the venue. Hang in there. Focus on the part that's important, the end result. The rest is just pomp and circumstance in the grand scheme. Pink Petal Bella says, not the arsehole. You didn't go looking for problems, people kept handing them to you. Your mum isn't just thoughtless, she's emotionally dismissive, and you're right to finally stop handing her opportunities to hurt you. Eloping sounds honestly peaceful after everything. Protect your joy, because clearly some people will never show up for it the way you deserve. I'm with the comments here. That mum sounds broken. She sounds like she does not care, she does not even want OP in her life. OP is just a means to an end. OP is there to facilitate her relationships with other people that she cares more about because, how dare OP not invite the cousin and all these other people that OP hasn't really seen in the relevant, formative years of their life. That's the only time that she has communicated to OP about the wedding post this blow-up. Obviously, as OP has said, there's a lot of other events that OP has not touched upon that are probably major things, I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna assume. They are major events. But yeah, when you compare it to these big blow-ups at the start of that post, I can see why they are thought of as small peanuts. Just that opening paragraph gave me a headache, and I want so desperately for OP to come back after the wedding and tell us how they quietly eloped, they are moving to England, they are getting away from all of this mess. That would be a breath of fresh air for me. But thank you for the post, OP, and I hope all goes well. Our next post is by user Expensive Son, and it's titled, My mum took my cheating ex-girlfriend's side over mine, and I can never forgive her. I was raised by a single mum. My dad died 2 years after I was born. I focused on my career for the most part of my life, and my mum supported me doing that. But when I was 20, I met my ex-girlfriend, and we got together. We were colleagues first, but she told me that she'd work in a different sector soon. In her new workplace, she met a new guy who she fell in love with while being in a relationship with me. I only found out because she admitted to having sex with him to me after she went out for girls' night, quote-unquote, with her friends. I immediately broke up with her and I threw her out. A few hours of me trying to process what happened, my mum calls and shouts at me that she hadn't raised me like this. I was confused and asked what she meant, and she said that my ex-girlfriend accused me of cheating on her and that she found proof of that on my phone. I couldn't believe what I just heard. I tried to talk to my mother, telling her that the exact opposite is true and that she had cheated on me, but she didn't believe me. Part of the reason is probably because she and my mum truly loved each other. I never had a problem with that. Until then, I liked how they got along with each other. My mother called me a liar, and she said she would disinherit me from her will as she's not having a cheater as a son. She said she never wants to see me again. Then later, my grandparents called me to tell me how disappointed they are in me and that I deserved every bad thing that is to come. You know what the worst thing was? I found out that my cheating ex-girlfriend continued to meet with my mum after everything she did. All of this was so painful for me. The only person that sided with me was my best friend, who was furious with her. I talked to him, and he hugged me, and I cried in his arms. I know many people would think that's unusual for two guys, but his support really helped me getting through this. 1 year later, when I already was over it, my doorbell rang, and when I opened it, I saw my mum with teary eyes. And I began to feel how my emotions are coming up, and I slammed the door and started crying, asking her what the hell she wants. She said she wanted to talk to me, and that she was so sorry. After she begged for 15 minutes straight, I gave in and opened the door. She said my ex admitted that she cheated when she was drunk. She apologized profusely and said that she knows that she failed as a mother, not believing her own child. I told her that I accept her apology, but I don't want to see her now, and that I probably can never forgive her. Even though she begged me to forgive her, over the last few months, she started calling me daily just to hear my voice, as she said. She said that she missed me and then apologized again and asked if I could just come over. Her voice always sounded kinda painful, and she always said how much she loves me and that she could even understand that I hate her. She cannot live with this thought in her head. I don't even hate her. I still love her. She is still my mom, but the trust is broken. I can never trust her again, because what if I got into a relationship again? Who says that she wouldn't just believe their words over mine? I appreciate her efforts, but I just cannot forgive her or even see her now, and I hope she understands that I need time. In the comments, make her tell your grandparents the truth. The fact that she ruined your reputation in your family is disgusting. I know what having a mother like that is like. And believe me, no contact is better than the potential risk of stress and chaos that they can bring to your life again. And they always will. That's the first thing that I would ensure. And secondly, that she can't ever ask to meet or ask about relationships, seeing as how she had betrayed me. And thirdly, I'd tell her that I will reach out when I want to and to stop harassing me. My mum told my grandparents terrible things about me for years, to the point where when they met my spouse, they'd ask him how she could handle me. Now they both have dementia and they don't remember any of it. It's so messed up that I'm relieved that they don't remember. Yet another horrible mother. That's 2 for 2 today. What in the goddamn is going on here? I don't blame OP if they keep this mother on an information diet as well. Absolutely, you can smooth things over, you can work towards reconciliation, and I think you should. I think it would be for the best that you get back to a place of neutrality, maybe even bridging that gap with your mother and getting close with her again, but absolutely keep her on an information diet. She's shown that she can't be trusted, and you don't know if she's going to do it again in the future. Why would you risk that? Genuinely, why would you risk that? I don't know. But that's not me. Maybe I'm projecting. I want OP to be protected, and it doesn't seem as though their mother will protect OP. They will hurt OP again. And now, on to the update. Hi there. After reading too many comments yesterday, I decided to meet with my mum today to clarify everything. I texted her to come over, and she didn't hesitate. She literally appeared at my door within 15 minutes. Many of you pointed out good points that I should ask her. Even though she called me several times, we rarely really talked. So when she came over, I sat her down in the living room. There, I asked about my grandparents, her will, and if she is still in contact with my ex. She explained that she had told my grandparents and she expected them to call me, but it seems like they were too stubborn. She also said that I'm in her will again. She then started talking shit about my ex. She then said that she found out that she punched her so hard that my ex lost a few teeth. I very much doubt the accuracy of this story detail, but I wanted to share it anyway because, for me, it was a funny thing to think about. She said that she told her to F off and threw her out of her house. She then again started apologizing profusely and telling me that she knows how hard she messed up and that I can probably never trust her, but she wants to do everything in her power to make this right. She explained that the man before my father had cheated on her, so infidelity was a sensitive topic for her, And then she said that she regrets not believing me or even remotely hearing my side of the story. I sat quiet while she explained all of this. I then asked her how I know that I could trust her now. What would happen if I got into a similar situation and if she would just throw me away again? She said I have her word, and I replied that her word is basically meaningless, as I don't trust her in the first place. She didn't reply to that answer properly, and again begged me to forgive her. I told her that I cannot forgive her for now, and maybe I will never be able to forgive her, but I also see her efforts, and if she wants me in her life again, then she has to show me that I can count on her. She started tearing up. I could tell that she tried to hold in her tears the entire time, but then she broke down crying, and with a whimpering voice, she asked if she could at least give me a hug. I accepted that, and she said that she's going to make this right no matter what it takes, and then she left. Now, while I'm kinda touched in how she shows how much she regrets doing what she did, I am really concerned about my own reaction. When she broke down and I saw my own mother there on the floor crying, I didn't feel anything. I wasn't sad, I wasn't angry, I wasn't happy, and I certainly didn't show any sort of empathy for her. I just couldn't. During the year of having no contact with her, I refused to go to therapy. Maybe it's not too late to do that now. In the end, I want to thank all of you for your nice comments and support. I tried to read every single one of your comments, but the post kind of exploded way more than I expected. Have a nice day. In the comments, Strange View says, "It's normal to not feel anything after her apologies. You've been betrayed by her, she picked someone else's side instead of yours, and never tried to hear your side of the story. I'm sure that if your ex hadn't been drunk and didn't spill the truth, she would still have been on her side, I think. And it's just my opinion that her betrayal shocked you so much, and you were so used to it by now to look without her that something broke inside of you, and that's why you felt nothing. I think you should probably try going to therapy, because you might have bottled up a lot of things, and you need to talk about it and evaluate those thoughts to maybe start to feel better. You don't have to forgive your mother, even though she has begged and cried. And with what she did to you, and how she picked your ex over you, her own child, I don't think that you could ever trust her. She broke it, and she has to live with the consequences of her own choices. Don't feel bad, OP, and I hope everything will go well for you in the future." And now on to the latest update, 4 months later, titled, "How I'm Currently Doing." Hi guys. Some of you probably waited for an update considering the last time I gave an update was 4 months ago. Okay, so I was in therapy, and I feel so much better now. It doesn't mean that I forgot what happened. I honestly have to admit my mum really improved herself though. I moved into a new apartment last month, and when I asked her to help, she immediately said yes, even though the day of me moving was a day where she had important appointments in her job, which she cancelled to be there for me. She calls me almost every day to ask me how I am. Sometimes she even drives to my workplace to leave me a bit of lunch there. She also visits me at home just to see me. She says she wants to hear my voice. I still cannot fully trust her. I'm in therapy, but I'm not sure if I ever will be able to. But I do recognize her efforts to make things right. She also talked to my grandparents again and made them apologize, but I could not care less about them. They were still dickheads even after the truth came out. Some of you might be interested in what happened to my ex. The last thing I heard from her was that the guy that she cheated on me with has now cheated on her too. He just saw her as some kind of fling. But that's just hearsay from the friends of my best friend. I don't know if it's true or not, and I don't really care about her at all. But if it was true, it would be great karma though. Thank you so much for your support. I'll try to keep you updated if anything happens that is worth being told here. In the comments, Captain Bow Bow says, "I remember the first post, and frankly, I didn't expect an update. The past will never come back, obviously, but things evolve in your favor. One point that hits me is the reproduction. Your mother has been cheated, your ex-girlfriend cheated on you. Basically, your mother cheated on you with your ex-girlfriend, in a way that she replaced her legit son with a substitute daughter with which she felt so well. Her drunkenness was not from alcohol, but from the happiness of having a daughter. All in all, your mother did what she accused you of doing, and I suspect she is conscious of her own brand of cheating. So I fully approve your distrust. Her abandonment is far more than being a victim of lies and being stubborn. It's a programmed behavior that she must address in therapy. It can happen again because she does not have conscious power over it. Somehow, it can be compared to an addiction. You had the right sentence. Her words hold no value anymore, and if she cannot live now without hearing your voice once a day, you did it very easily for a full year. But you're a good guy. You allowed her to try again. You don't feel nothing? Well, of course you don't. That double treason by the people you loved the most is incredibly hurtful. To survive, your mind disconnected the emotion that would render you unable to act and think in a secure way. There is matter to suicide here. Soon, anger and sadness will come back. Accept them. They are already there, hidden. Better to have them in plain sight. It'll probably hurt your mother, but far less than your indifference. She'll probably be relieved that you at last gave her the screamings that she earned, because it means that she may atone eventually. This stain will never go away, but you can both live with it if properly managed. Peace on you. And there's another update, 2 months later, titled, I finally reciprocated her hug. Today was a big day for me, and hopefully I did the right thing. My mum visited me almost every day after work, told me about her day, and asked about mine. She always asks me if I feel okay and if she can do anything. And today we seriously had a good time. We watched a movie, she cooked something for me, and it was overall a really wonderful day. I can't lie. Every day when she left, she hugged me goodbye, but I never hugged her back. I was still careful. But when she did it today, I finally hugged her back and told her that I forgave her. My heart was beating really hard and fast when these words came out of my mouth. It took a lot of strength in me to say this, most likely because I absolutely had no idea what her reaction would be. A few months ago, I could have never imagined saying those words. She first looked at me with a surprised face, and from one second to another, she broke down in tears in my arms, thanking me repeatedly. I was kind of lost, and I didn't know how to respond. She just went on and on about how much she loves me and how proud of me she is to call me her son, because not everyone would have been able to forgive her after this huge mistake she made, and how she feels terrible that she ever thought I could be a cheater. And then she said that she will always be there for me and that she'll call me tomorrow. I'm not lying when I said that this entire moment felt like a scene out of a dramatic movie, but I'm here for it. She made a horrible mistake. I know that, but I can't hold this unforgiveness in my heart forever, especially after seeing all of the effort that she's put into our relationship. This might not be the update that some of you want to read, but I feel good the way it is, and that's what's important. In the comments, a deleted commenter says, "To err is human, to forgive divine." It's great that you were able to forgive her. It's hard, but you can see that she's really trying to fix her mistake and build a relationship with you again. I hope that she has learned from this event and will not jump to conclusions should something happen again and hear you out. I truly hope for the best for the both of you. Your mum did indeed treat you like trash for a year, but after this realization, she has truly put in the effort to show you that she cares about you. Your forgiveness has shown her that you're far better than the person she could have ever brought you up to be. Hoping for you to both mend and reconcile your relationship. Cheers. Yellow King Stay says, I'm usually on the team cut contact, but in this case, I can see why OP forgave and reconnected with his mother. She made the effort to fix the relationship and didn't ask something in return. But screw his grandparents. What scumbag people. It still bothers me that if the ex didn't confess, the mum may not have gone down this road of remorse. It wasn't even a confession. It was drunken rambling. The ex would have never admitted to anything otherwise, and mum would still be a bloody shit for brains for taking the ex at her word with zero proof to back it up. Yeah, and I'm happy that OP was able to go down this path of reconciliation as well, but there's so many ways this could have gone wrong, and there's so many universes where this never happened. I'm glad that they're at the point where they are at now and that OP was able to forgive her and they are able to build that relationship. I don't think it is something that was worth burning to the ground. But I'm still going to say, keep her at an arm's length. She took the ex's side with zero proof. She did not want to hear you out. She didn't give you an opportunity to defend yourself and hear the other side. She just went with the ex, and that's it. I'm surprised she even believed the ex's drunken ramblings and confession. It's an evil world we live in. She added a little bit more evil to it, and she is atoning for those sins, but really, learn from this, OP, and know that while she has made up for it now, there is always the possibility that she will do it again. Let's just hope that she has learned from this and will not repeat the same mistakes of the past. Anyway guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Have a good day, night, sleep, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.